Bitcoin opens up the imagination and possibilities of a global digital currency. The blockchain technology that comes with Bitcoin has put our society in an incredible time. Huobi is actively involved in this wave of rising digital assets in 2013, helping to enlighten Chinese people in digital currency investment. Huobi has made a brilliant achievement in taking the highest market share and received the highest trading volume in China. At present, Huobi Group is opening a global integrated digital asset transaction services with a strong focus on customer service. Huobi Group has set up operations and service centers in Singapore, Hong Kong, Seoul, Tokyo, Beijing, and Shenzhen. With our new base in the beautiful Singapore, Huobi Group will bring quality educational and service experiences to millions of users of digital assets in 130 countries and regions.
Educate all our viewers, bringing you guys the latest insights and also developments and staying tuned with us. And today we're really pleased because we will be featuring our latest project that was listed on HADAX, and today we'll be featuring LITEX, and we will be speaking to our guest speaker who is also the co-founder of LITEX. So Leo Wang will be joining us shortly. Now, about last week's episode, if you have been catching up on our last week's episode, you will know that last week we featured NAM, a community-based blockchain where we had Nelson Valero from NAM Council with us. Now, if you missed out on last week's episode, don't worry, because you can simply check out Huobi Pro's YouTube channel to catch up on the previous episodes and also on the highlight reels later. So how can you do so? Just remember to tune in to our future episodes and click on the subscribe. This is the subscribe button that's on the bottom right of the page to subscribe to our Huobi Pro on YouTube right now. There you go. This one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay, so you've seen this. All you need to do is to click on this subscribe button, okay? So you can now watch our latest and also catch up on the previous episode. So what's been going on this past few weeks or this past few days? We have the Super Rebate sharing. Now this Super Rebate program is simply a program where you can refer your friends and get 30% of trading fees cash back. So this is how you can do so. You can join us as a Super Rebate and you can earn the cash back, and this is possible when you invite your friends to Huobi Pro or maybe your family members to Huobi Pro. And not only do you earn some cash back, at the same time you will be notified of the latest tips, all the airdrops and events that's happening on our community. So it's really easy. Now you must be asking right now, like, okay, so how can I be a referral? Okay, so simple. First up, you just log on to Huobi Pro. So let's go to our Huobi Pro account. Okay, so once you log into our URL, you will see this Huobi Super Rebate official launch, and on the right hand side of the screen, it has my invitation code. So go ahead and click on it. So once you click on it, you'll be directed to the promo posters or the code, and you can just copy this and share it with your friends for them to sign up. It's really easy, and you can check out our description below to join our Telegram group with the Super Rebate, where you can chat more with the team and to find out more. So I think it's very, very useful for you guys to sign up to our Telegram as well. Join us on the Telegram because we'll be sharing a lot of tips, a lot of information, the latest trends and insights. So go ahead and sign up. And this is more about our Super Rebates program. Now I'm going to update you on HADAX updates sharing. Now the fourth round just opened this Monday on the 16th of April and will end at 1 p.m. on the 27th April, Friday. So do remember to start voting right now and support your favorite projects. So we hope to see you vote for your favorite projects, and we also want your voice to be heard, okay? So we only list the very best of the best projects, and that's why today we also have LITEX. So we will be giving you guys more insights on LITEX in a few moments. Now, we also want to remind you guys on about the interactive format of the show. We want you guys to be interactive, so at any point of time, if you have any questions, any comments for me, for Leo, for LITEX, for Huobi, please feel free to just drop us a note or just a few liner on our live chat, okay? So this is one part of the very interactive segment. Now, I know that a lot of you are very interested in the airdrop segment, okay? So airdrop, yes, it's our signature airdrop segment, and airdrop prize pool today will also be hugely dependent on the amount of views that we get during the live streaming. I know all of you know that the more we get, the merrier it is, because the more views we get, the bigger the prize pool. That's right, I want to emphasize, the more the merrier. The more views we get, the bigger the prize pool. So go ahead and share the live streaming with the family and friends. So let's check out. Share the prize pool. Okay, so here you go. Today, if you invite your friends and together with you, if we were to hit about 1,500 to 2,500 live viewers watching us right now, each of you will walk away with 253 tokens. And if you were to hit 2,501 all the way to 3,500 live viewers, all of you will walk away with about 360 tokens each. Now, this is our challenge. If we can hit about 3,500 live views, whoa, each of you will get around 600 tokens each. And all this when combined together, we have the prize pool of up to 1.3 million LITEX and about another 1 million of the rest of the tokens all combined. So steps to qualify, very important. I hope you guys can listen up as well. This is how you can qualify for it. First, you can find your UID on Huobi. So you go ahead and log on to our account. So log in with Huobi account. So first up, you click in all your details, your password, and then you slide to verify. So once you're done with this, you'll be taken to the other page, all right? And you can click on account and security. Once you click on account and security, it will bring you to your UID account number. Your UID number will be flashed over here. So do bear in mind, this is your unique UID. So make sure that you copy and save it somewhere else, okay? So yes, if we hit the top tier, all of you will get the highest prize pool. So the highest number of airdrop tokens, okay? So the more the merrier. We hope that we can hit 3,500. I know we can do it, we did it before. So yes, please go ahead and share it with your members, with your friends and your family. So do remember that all the tokens that you if you hit the first tier, second tier, and the final tier. So if you hit the tiers, do remember that all the tokens will be deposited into your Huobi Pro or HADAX account within 3 working days. Now, if this has been already listed, if the tokens has been already listed on Huobi Pro or HADAX, okay? Now for the tokens that are about to, but they have not listed, but they are about to be listed, will also take about 3 working days. Now for tokens that are not listed by end of April, there will be no token drops, okay? So it's simple. So now, as we mentioned, today we're really pleased to have with us the co-founder of LITEX, and in fact, LITEX was just recently listed successfully on HADAX, and it has generated quite a lot of community buzz from this project. And today, we are really delighted to have with us the co-founder of LITEX. So we are gonna grill him, we're gonna interview him, we're gonna have a little chat with him, okay? He's really friendly. So for those of our viewers, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, all the viewers, please put your hands together and welcome Leo Wang.
Thank you,
hello, Leo.
Thank you.
There's a lot of people watching us live right now. Maybe you'd like to say hello and hi to everybody.
Everybody. I'm Leo from LITEX. I'm so glad to meet you here in Huobi Talk, and I'll try to share more about myself, about the LITEX team, about what the exciting things we are doing now.
Wow, looks like we're in for a good time. But of course, I will have my questions already formulated in my mind. But if you also have some questions at any point of time, please remember to drop it at our live chat. If you have any questions for me, for Leo, for LITEX, for Huobi, please go ahead and start posting right now. At any point of time, once you've done that, we will siphon out your questions and we will take some time to answer all your questions. Sounds fair because it's not just me interviewing you. You guys also get to hear some generally very interesting insights from Leo. Okay, so Leo, first up, congratulations because LITEX got listed on HADAX. Yay!
Thank you.
And now the next question is, a lot of viewers, they have heard of LITEX, but they would love to know more about LITEX. But for me right now, since you're a co-founder of LITEX, I would like to start first by understanding you more. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not going to ask you questions like whether you're married or not. So I'm going to ask you more about your experience and your background. So maybe you'd like to share with us like your experience, your background, your history before starting LITEX.
Okay, I try to make some introduction of myself, and some friends ask me about why I entered this industry and to do the blockchain industry into this field, and I'd like to share some interesting stories about myself. From my middle school age, I'm in a very this school has very strict regulation for the students.
That's in Beijing.
No, in my born city, northeast in China. And we have a lot of outstanding students here, but the rules is very strict. Can you imagine that? Boys and girls can't work side by side. You can't work side by side alone.
As in, you cannot walk side by side, or you cannot work side by side alone.
You can work side by side alone, a boy and a girl.
Not alone.
And yeah. You can't do that, and that is forbidden by the laws, the regulation, school rules. So
the girls?
The girls can't have long hairs.
Why not?
Yeah. That's stupid regulation from a central organization. That is make me very sick of it. I think maybe this is why when I look deeper into the blockchain technology, I see it is a possibility to build a decentralized world and a better world using this technology. So this is very important reasons that I'm very
because at a young age you see something, you identify some things that you would love to change. It wasn't really very bad, but you think that it could be better. So it stayed with you. Yeah, it's a freedom. So this is one of the story. Is there like any other stories that inspire you to create a change?
When I entered to the Peking University, and PKU is the most passionate place in China.
That's very nice and humble. I think it's the most prestigious university.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is.
And there are a lot of young men full of dreams, and I'm one of them. And
you're still young.
Thank you. And when I was a freshman, I hoped that I could change the world. I could make the world become a better place. So when Bitcoin and the blockchain technology comes to a big whale in the world, I see the potential that it could change the world a lot and make the world become a better place. So that is another reasons why I come into this industry. And I'm very interested in two areas. One of them is the technique. My major is computer science. And I'm very interested in history too. And PKU has the best history and computer science departments in China. And because I think if we look into the future, we understand the history better and we will understand the future better. And with mastering the technique, we can make the future come true. So this is why I am very interested in these two areas.
I would say the stories inspire you because you desire a change, and you know that within you hold the ability to create change because you also have the computer science background. And not just any other computer science background. It's like graduating from the top university in
yeah.
Beijing. And for those of you who are watching our Huobi Pro Talk and Huobi Talk right here, you may not realize, but in China, because of the sheer population, just to get a place in a university is very, very hard. And to get a place in the top universities is even tougher. So you
Yeah.
really have to be the elites of the elites, the cream of the crop, in order to get into Peking University. And just getting in there is not good enough because everybody is so pro there, right?
Yeah.
Everybody is
Yeah.
so smart, and you're fighting with the best of the very best, and you are in one of the top university and doing computer science.
There are a lot of people from our LITEX team comes from my classmates.
Wow.
From Peking University, from the Chicago University, from the CAS. So they are very, very smart yes, they are very. They have a solid scientific background. So which makes LITEX can make a big change and can solve big problems.
Wow. So back to you right now. So you are from the Peking University, and you just shared with us that all your team members are all from the very prestigious universities, and they are also elites in that form. Yeah, which means that we have a very strong A team together to form the very best foundation for LITEX. So I think team members are very important, not just the infrastructure. And because with the brains behind it, you guys are like definitely, rocking it.
Yeah.
Yes, and also now we have the team and everything. So maybe you'd like to share with us how the LITEX project, this business, this organization starts to formalize. Like under what kind of circumstances? Is there any story related to it?
Yeah, of course. We started last year, 2017.
Oh, that's fast.
And there are a lot of stories behind the LITEX. The one of them is I remembered deeply in my mind. I remember it is Friday night last year, 2017, and I drink beer with one of my friends.
Remember very vividly, Friday, and you guys drink beer.
Yeah. Because we always have a casual talk about the future, about the business, about what is going on recently. And he is one of my friend, Jack. He is he's managing a quantitative fund, and he said that he thinks Bitcoin is a big fraud, and he just thinks from the current financial system that he thinks Bitcoin has no actual value. That is, I'm totally disagree with this opinion. So we called and we have a fierce debate about which is the real fraud, the financial system.
The current financial system, or is it like cryptocurrency that Bitcoin is the biggest fraud?
Yeah, of course. And we also make a bet that I told him we are going to build a great project and to solve the problems in the Bitcoin and make Bitcoin can be actually used by the ordinary people, can go to all the people in the world. And I make the bet that in 3 years the project can make the Bitcoin to be going into the actual uses.
Okay, so it's a Friday night. You guys drank a few beer, and then you got on a very heated debate on whether cryptocurrency, blockchain is going to shape the world. So you guys took a bet. So what was the penalty? What's the bet?
Yeah.
One Bitcoin.
That is one Bitcoin. Yeah, you guessed. You got the guess. So you got the answer. So if Jack is watching this live show, you should buy one Bitcoin right now because I don't want to suffer more loss in the future. So I will win this bet, definitely.
One Bitcoin last year and one Bitcoin now is a totally different value. Okay, so that was a one Bitcoin bet. That's okay. That's doable to do a bet on that. But you are already very serious about it. You're putting the projects and rolling it.
Before the bet, we have Our team have already have a series and long discussion about what the problem is in this industry, about Bitcoin, and what we can do to solve this problem. So I am there to make the bet. So this is you.
Yes, because you already know.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah.
So I have the confidence.
Because you have done the research, I'm sure, because you wanted to be creating change in this industry. So therefore, when you enter a bet, part of you know that I think I'm like at least 80% chance of winning it.
Yeah.
So you did mention about your team which are already formed to solve some of the problems. So which means that you guys, LITEX, this project aims to solve certain challenges and certain problems.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share with all our viewers who are watching us right now. Okay, while you're watching, do remember there are two things you need to do. First, if you have any questions for Leo, for me, for Huobi, or for LITEX, you can drop it in our live chat. Okay, just go to the window and drop your questions. Second, please share it with more of your friends and your relatives and your family so that we hit the bigger pool of viewers and we can hit our prize pool so we get a bigger airdrop tokens, like more airdrop tokens. Okay, these are the two things that you ought to do. So now back to you, Leo. Yes. Yeah. So can you tell us more about LITEX, what it can aim to solve, what kind of problems, what kind of challenges it aims to solve?
Yeah, of course. I'll talk about the LITEX, what we are doing now. And the LITEX is going to solve very big problems in the current industry. And if you are you know the news from the Bitcoin blockchain industry, there is a community economy in the Korea, and there is a hot debate between Roger and Joseph about can Bitcoin scale, and Vitalik tweet about 30 tweets about these problems.
Wow. Okay. 30 tweaks. Serious.
So this is we are trying to do to solve this problem, the scalability of the Bitcoin and other public chain similar to the Bitcoin, and we are using the very important technique, that off-chain and cross-chain technique.
Okay. Can you share with us more about the off-chain and cross-chain technique? What this is all about?
Yeah, core team issued a good direction called Lightning Network. The Lightning Network can make the Bitcoin scale very easily and faster, become faster. But there is a lot of problems in the Lightning networks. That is what we listed here. That one of them is too heavy for hosting. If you want to be a node of the Lightning network, you have to hold a full node of this network. That means you have to have, if you are using a smartphone, you have to hold about tens of gigabytes of storage for the full node. So that's impossible for.
Yeah, that's too heavy for mobile.
Yeah, for heavy for the ordinary users.
Yes.
This is the first problems of the Lightning networks. And the second problem is that the next slide. Too slow in routing. Talking about if there is 1 million nodes in Lightning network, that will be 1 trillion calculations.
What?
That means if you are using a 2G CPU, ordinary PC, that cost about 500 seconds.
It would take about 500 seconds
for a route.
Wow.
So if it failed, if it failed, and you will go back, make another route.
Route again.
Yeah, so if the nodes becomes too many, the road will be very slow to actual users.
Yeah, so 500 seconds, you're waiting perpetually for about maybe close to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's about 10 minutes close. And you got to redo again. You'll be forever waiting there.
It's like the on-chain speed.
Okay, that's too slow.
So that is very slow if the nodes becomes too big.
So that's the problem.
That's a very important problem. And the third one is this is a tendency of centralization. The blockchain is about the decentralized, but nowadays the Lightning Network has a tendency of centralization.
This is not what we want.
Because yeah, of course, because if you want to open a channel, that will cost you some Bitcoin.
Wow.
So everybody prefer to connect to the hub nodes. So that makes a very big node. If the big node fail, everybody can't transact Bitcoin using this network. So that is another big issue. And the fourth one is it's about the protocol. If maybe you guys are not familiar with the protocol, and in the Lightning Network protocol, if someone want to transact with another person, they will set up a channel, and they will transact value from one to each other. So, but in actual usage, we always transact from one direction. That means if
only one party gets it.
Yeah,
Only one party is the person sending it
Yeah,
most
yeah,
of the time.
yeah.
The other person just like, oh, I don't have to do anything because I just receive.
Yeah, of course, because if I'm a customer, you are a coffee shop, I want to pay.
You are always paying.
Yeah. I always pay you
I
for
don't have
the
to
coffee.
pay you.
Yeah, of
So
course.
it's one way.
So after I pay all my Bitcoin in the channel will shut down. So if I want to buy coffee from you, I have to set up another channel with you, and that will cost another fee. So that is a really big problem that lies in this protocol. And others, maybe like if you want to get some money from the channel, you must shut it down. But in actual uses, merchants don't need to do that. They just get some his revenue from the channel and to hold the channel. This is a very big issue in actual usage. And the fifth one is smart matching ability. That means if we just going into payment industry, maybe it is one-to-one payment, one-to-one transact. But if we go into the value transfer layer, we look into this angle. Someone want to transfer value with another person. They don't need know each other, and they don't need to match with each other just one-to-one. We can hold end-to-end nodes to transfer value, to exchange their value. So that is what LITEX is doing. And we can see the LITEX network, the slide.
Wow. It looks technical.
Yeah, the previous slide.
Yeah, the previous slide. Yeah.
It's LITEX network. We are making 5 important improvement of the Lightning network. First one is Lightning nodes. That means you can use a smartphone to connect to LITEX network. That means you can buy stuffs using a phone, not just from PC. Not hold every public chain full nodes in your cell phone.
Because we don't have the storage on the whole mobile phone
it's too much for ordinary user.
Yeah.
And the second one is distributed routing. If we have millions, maybe tens of millions nodes, the time difficulties is all log n in our distributed routing algorithm. So that will be faster, much faster than the algorithm of the
normal
gesture.
heavy routing that takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes a long time. We can make a route within seconds.
Wow.
And the third one is restraint of the centralization. And we will have a regulator to restrain all the nodes in this network to make it in a proper size by limit the channels he can connect, by limit the volume he can transact every day. So this is the third one. We can make it a truly decentralized network. So the first one is key improvements on both. This improvement we will publish within 1 month. Yeah, we will publish this about the channel and the channel dry-up problems. We will publish in 1 month. And the fifth one is we will make a smart matching ability. Apply this to our apps built on our ecosystems. So this is LITEX network.
Well, so all in all, it really helps to solve a lot of problems that are
Yeah.
currently, slowing our payment down. And just by identifying them, you guys actually try to also solve them.
Yeah.
So these are the challenges, these are also the problems. So this is what LITEX is all about. We are aiming to, yes, build a better world out there by bring a positive change, because change is good. It's like change is always constant, but we love to have a positive change where we can bring about a decentralized system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And now maybe you can also share with us some information about the LITEX token. Can you share with us some information on it?
Yeah, of course. Let's go into the slide. This is the mechanism of our tokens. Let's take an example. A customer wants to pay 1 Bitcoin to an exchanger, and the node in our LITEX network there is 3 nodes transact this transaction, and every node get 0.01 Bitcoin from this is the profit of the node. That is the reason why node join into this network. And the node, if you want to be a node, you have to store some RST and for stake, because if you provide a constantly service to the customer to the other nodes, that will be fine. If you shut down the channels, you will give some RST for compromise for other nodes. So this is one usage of the RST. And if you make a transaction, make profit, get revenue from this from one transaction, you will consume some RST, and the RST will go to the base contract. This is a smart contract. This RST will distribute it to other users in this ecosystem, so to make it more healthy. So this is what RST is used in our ecosystem.
I see. Okay, so just a brief highlight on how we can also make use make use of the LXT token. But yes, so we have our system ready, and now we know that at the start of it, you actually mentioned some of your team members. They're from Chicago University. They're from your Peking University. Maybe we can share with our viewers more about your team, their strengths. Maybe you can dive deeper. And maybe you'd like to share with us a few of your team members that you particularly would like to share, like how strong they are or what their strengths are, so that we know, like, whoa, so powerful.
What we are doing is about the protocol. So we need very solid scientific knowledge, scientific researching ability to solve this problem. So we cooperate. Our team is mainly from the computer science department from Peking University, and the CAS. CAS is the Chinese Academy of Science. It is the top scientific research institute of China. So we are trying to solve this problem, and some of our consultant, William, is from the Chicago University. He's a professor of the finance. So he helped us to design the token economy. And we also have constantly meetings with the professor from the mathematics department of PKU. So we have a solid scientific background and a solid scientific team to solve the protocol layer problems. That is the first aspect of our team. And we comes from the top payment industry, top 3 payment industry from in China. ePay. ePay. Some of our team members come from have a very deep understanding of the industry. We know what is the real problem of this industry, and we know how to make it usable in the actual use case. So that is why LITEX network is not a theoretical architecture. it can be used
It's
in
very
the
much
actual.
alive.
Yeah, it's very much alive. So this is why we can make it. We can make the protocol improvements, and we can make actual uses of the comprehensive apps built on the LITEX network.
That's why it makes LITEX stronger than other teams from other projects, because other than all the elites who knows, obviously who hails from really fantastic computer science background, and I also know that recently you have like a secret weapon into your team as well, which we will dive into that later on. So you got to really stay tuned to our Huobi Talk, because later on we're gonna let you into a little surprise, because for LITEX project you guys welcome another very powerful weapon into your team, and I guess when you get to learn who this person is, you'll be like so wow by LITEX. Oh yes, and go ahead and share this view together with your friends and your family so that can hit a larger pool, and all of you guys can qualify for our token, our airdrop tokens later on. Okay, so yes, also keep your questions coming. All you need to do is to post on our live chat on all the comments and all the questions for Leo, for me, for Huobi, and for LITEX. Okay, so as we like to also remind all of you that it is very important for you guys to hit our pool today, because there are 3 tiers from 1,005. Okay, let's have a look. 1,005 to 2,005 live viewers, you will get about 253 tokens each. But we're aiming for bigger, because I know all of you can go for the bigger prize pool. Okay, so for the second tier will be 2,501 to 3,500 live viewers. So if we would hit that, and lo and behold, we will all get 360 tokens each. But most importantly, we always dream big and aim big. So if we have 3,500 live viewers, all of us will get 600 tokens each. Okay, so this is coming from a pool, a prize pool of about 1.3 million LXT, and it makes up from about 1 million of the rest of the tokens out there. Okay, so this is very, very important for our viewers. So the more the merrier. So we hope to have you guys to give us the prize pool, so that you can have the biggest viewers to hit this prize pool. Okay, so you hear my announcement, so hurry up and share it with all your friends and all your family members. Okay, and do remember to simply comment on the live chat with Huobi, and you need to use your Huobi UID at vote on HADAX. So once again, it's Huobi UID at vote on HADAX, very important. And once you've done that, and if we hit a certain amount of views that we have today, all of the tokens will be credited into your Huobi Pro or HADAX account within 3 working days after the official announcement has been made on the medium. Now, this is for tokens that are already listed on Huobi Pro or HADAX. That will take 3 working days. So if the tokens are yet to be listed, but they have successfully made it through, we will also credit them into your account within 3 working days. Now, for the tokens that are not listed on HADAX by end of April, I'm so sorry, there will not be any airdrop. So bear in mind. Now, also bear in mind that we want to keep this very, very interactive. So that's why we have Leo with us. And that's why if we have any questions, Leo will be here to share with us about all the answers. So quickly send in all your comments, all your questions, because we love to pick the brains. We have one of the best brains here from Peking University, and also the best brains behind LITEX. Okay, so now we will go ahead and answer some of the questions that's already been posted on our live chat. So let's take some time to go through this. Okay, so Leo, are you ready? We have a lot of questions from the viewers. So
I'm ready.
Yeah, so let's take a look at some of the questions that we have over here. Now, there is a question from Trong. What's your opinion on Bitcoin scale, Lightning Network, and Big Block?
Yeah, that is a really big issue. That is what we are trying to solve. I think the big block make a centralized tendency, and it's not a very good way to solve the Bitcoin scale, because the Bitcoin has the much more users, holders than the altcoin. And the altcoin, if you have a big block, the nodes becomes much bigger. So the nodes of all of the network will become much fewer. It's like if you care about the if you care about the scalability, if you go to one server, it will solve this problem. But we are not going to do this in this way. We want to do it in decentralized way. So that is why we set up LITEX. We can make offline decentralized network through the LITEX through
LITEX solution.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tron, if you're watching this, I hope we managed to answer your questions on what you just posted with us. And now we have another question coming from Sam. Let's see. Sam. Hello, Sam. His question will be for you, Leo. How do you think of the development of blockchain and cryptocurrency in the next 5 years? I think this is a question which a lot of people are very interested in. Okay, so that's the first question. What do you think about the development of blockchain and cryptocurrency in the next 5 years? And what is the current stage and what should we do in this stage? So we'll take it one by one. So what do you think, Leo, what do you think about the development of the cryptocurrency and blockchain in the next 5 years? What will happen?
Yeah, I think more people will involved into the cryptocurrency, into the crypto economy. But I don't think blockchain is only technique in this high-tech way. Because blockchain is only a tool. We need to focus on the purpose, what we want to achieve. So I think the main purpose of our solution is to make everybody get the financial freedom. They have many choices, many choices than the current solutions. This is the key point, and we will do it in a decentralized way. So there will no stupid regulations from the centralized organization.
Yes.
So this is what we are trying to solve and what we are doing in decentralized way. So no matter we are using any other kind of tools, maybe we can make it better of the blockchain. Maybe we can use some different data structure to solve this problem. I think this is the key point. The essence of the problem is not the tool. It's the problem and the purpose. The problem we want to solve, the purpose we want to achieve. So this is my viewpoint.
So, which means to say, in your opinion, in about 5 years' time, blockchain is definitely here to stay because it aims to solve a lot of existing problems that's available in our economy right now. And most importantly, because blockchain will be able to create a decentralized system, and a decentralized system is really beneficial for everyone because all of you became like, you have your own autonomy. So no longer are you like kind of like being restricted, which your story would tell us that you really hate all the rules.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, so all of us must be empowered in our own way.
Yeah.
So in the next 5 years, this is definitely going to be a trend.
Yeah, I think that is definitely is the trend, because you can see from the Bitcoin, Bitcoin didn't do much marketing.
Yes.
They don't get any money from anyone.
Yes.
And people just join in because a lot of the people knows that it is the best way of store of value. It's not through the fiat money, not through not by the maybe any other asset. In a decentralized way, you can keep your treasure, keep your asset by the Bitcoin, by the decentralized way. So this is very important. This is a big pause to the current economic system.
I see. Yes, so Sam, very good question over here because this is a question that I think all of us are very interested in finding out. And also in Sam's question, he mentioned what is the current stage and what should we do in this stage? Ooh, I think,
Yeah.
do you mean that whether we should invest more and keep more? Is
Yeah.
that what you try to mean, Sam?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so what is the current stage and what should we do in this stage? Okay, what should you do? Don't talk about what we will do. If it's you,
Yeah.
what will you do, Leo?
Yeah, I think the stage is in a very early stage. So this is some basic problems of this industry, and other industries should accompany with this with blockchain. We can solve some actual problems. So this in this stage, I think we should focus on the basic and the big problems, and that is what we are doing. We are doing in the protocol layer to make a decentralized network. So I think the stage is very in a very early stage, and this is what we are doing.
Ah, okay. And also, we'd like to remind that all our viewers, you can also drop your questions via the YouTube channel live chat. So we will also try to sieve out the questions while you're watching YouTube. You might be, a bit busy to go onto the live chat there. But yes, you can also drop the comments and your questions on our YouTube channel live chat windows. Okay, so the next question. Well, oh yeah, when you drop your questions, please let us know your name so that we can read out your questions and identify you guys while you do that. So our next question is, how can LITEX compete from, okay, this question is from Fantastic. Yes, your name is very special, Fantastic. So he or she said, how can LITEX compete with other payment blockchains?
Yeah, that is a good question. And I think LITEX is not like other payment blockchain. We are not using a chain to solve the problems, and we are an ecosystem, not a payment project or a payment company. And other blockchain, maybe you name it, a lot of them, they are centralized payment project or payment company. They are doing their jobs. But our job is to build the basic layer. We are building the decentralized network, off-chain network, to support all of these payment solutions. So we can cooperate with each other, and they can build their decentralized transaction layer on top of the LITEX network.
I see.
So this is. Yeah.
So which means to say that LITEX system is not one that competes with the rest of the payment networks out there. More so, we can collaborate and work hand in hand.
Yeah.
So there was no conflict of interest. So
Yeah.
I think that will help to address your question, Fantasy. So we have another question from, another question from Jianhui Lo. Hi, Jianhui. Jianhui says, how will quantum computer affect blockchain in the future? Wow, this is an expert there. So how will quantum computer affect the blockchain in the future?
So I'm not so familiar with the quantum computer, but if it has come true, a lot of business built on the crypto will be affected by this quantum computer. So, but as I have known, the quantum computer is only in a very early stage. It's can't be used in the recent years. So maybe that is not the problem we are concerning now.
Okay. So, well, it's still in development stage. And next question from John Paul. John Paul said, how do LITEX tokens holders make money? He's very interested in how they can make money. Okay, so if they happen to hold some of the LTX, how can they make money?
Okay, later we will talk about how the user benefit from our network. And if you hold LST, you can be value over node. That is very important, that every ordinary user, if you are using even a smartphone, Android phone, you can be value over node, and you can make money from being value over node. And this will happen when we put our LITEX network into the alpha, into the testnet.
I see. Okay, I think we have a bit of time for one more last question before we go back to learn more about the LITEX project. But of course, there will be a second round of our live chat window Q&A. So now this is for the round one, and the last question that we're going to ask is peers trading. So peers trading partner. What are the advantages of LITEX? Okay, so what are the advantages?
There is a lot of advantage of LITEX. LITEX is a truly decentralized ecosystem, not like some super nodes ecosystem. That the nodes in our ecosystem, they are equal, and millions of nodes will combine our LITEX network. That is what we are trying to do. That bring ordinary people into the network. Not just make somebody get a lot rich from
richer,
to be richer in the network. So this is one advantage. Another advantage is that we are a solid technical team, scientific team to solve these problems. The problems I just mentioned earlier is it's very hard to solve, but we are confident in solving this. So this is another advantage. And we have a solid industry background, so we know what is going like in the real world. So we can make
adjustments and changes and improvements to it. Constant improvement, because it's always ever-changing and it's always evolving, and at every stage of the process there will be new challenges that comes up, but because we are backed by the strong scientific team, all these challenges will be overcome. So this is why they are constantly evolving as well. So this is the advantage of LITEX. So we hope that we give you some confidence about LITEX. And also, we hope we answer your questions about the LITEX token LTX. Okay, so now we will go back to LITEX project to learn more. But don't worry, we will be answering more questions of yours. So right now, you can still go ahead and post some of the questions that you may have for LITEX, for Leo, for me, Charlene here, or for Huobi. We will answer them once we have the time for the round 2 of Q&A. So going back to LITEX, Leo, can you tell us why did you choose to build on an ERC20 network?
Okay, we are not build our LITEX network on a chain. We're using a lightweight data structure to support our network. It's called distributed scoring table, and we want to focus on the off-chain solution. That is what we are trying to do to make a network, decentralized network, can be used to exchange the value, can be used to transfer value for anyone in the world. No matter you are transferring a big amount of money or a small amount of money, you want to exchange a small amount of value in this network, we will support it. So we are not using a chain. And the transaction, because the transaction happens in this network, will cost some fee. So that is why we can hire like Ethereum, this public chain like Ethereum, to host our tokens for just now. So this is why we are using ERC20 as our token.
I hope we answer some of your queries and burning inquiries about why you are using the ERC20 network. But remember earlier on, we actually spoke about your secret weapon earlier on, right? We have a secret weapon into Leo's team for the LITEX project. And it is time for us to review a bit, because I think for a very outstanding project, other than the scientific A team members, which is very important, the core members are important because the whole infrastructure really depends on them. And it's also very important to have funding to make this company strong, so there's ongoing improvements can be done to make it seamless and foolproof. So it's very important for partnerships and investment funding from a lot of various sources. Now, The secret weapon would be, we all know that recently there was an announcement about Jeffrey Wang. Now,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wang is joining you guys as your LITEX advisor. Is he or is he not? Now, for those of you who are not sure who Jeffrey Wang is, he is an angel investor and he has invested in a lot of successful projects such as Uber and also on the Airbnb. Now, if it is true that he is also now an advisor with LITEX, it means that he has an eye for detail, and which it also means that he should be very, very confident about LITEX. So
Yes.
it was also rumored that he holds the most number of Bitcoins in the world. So maybe I will ask you that
I heard
later.
of that. I heard of that.
But is it true that Jeffrey is joining you guys as an advisor?
Yeah, of course. We just announced Jeffrey to be the advisor of LITEX last week in
Wow.
our Beijing meetup. I hope we can meet you guys in the other countries. We will hold other meetups. We can talk face in face. And in the meetups, Jeffrey announced to be the advisor of LITEX. And thank you, thank you.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
another advisor is William Cong. He is the professor of the financial department of Chicago University. So Jeffrey and William helped us with the token design from about several months ago. So we just
Wow.
announced recently, and we have other fundings like the industry fund from ePay, the top 3
Wow.
payment company in China, and other famous token fundings from Japanese and Chinese. So this is very supportive for us. And at Jeffrey's side in the meetup, he talked about the principle of his investment.
Well, you get us really very psyched up about
Yeah.
Jeffrey. So first up, because he's this legendary figure who owns, like, rumored to own the most number of Bitcoins in the world. Did you ask him when you meet him that is it true that he holds a lot of Bitcoin? Did you ask him?
I asked him, and maybe keep it as a secret, right? And
So later you tell me.
okay.
Later you tell me how
Okay.
many Bitcoins he's holding.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the most number of Bitcoins in the world.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, how old is Jeffrey?
Jeffrey is about 70 years age.
70
Years
of age.
age,
Okay. So so more about him. Maybe he's hailing from which kind of background, and why at 70 he's still like so actively involved in all these projects.
Jeffrey is a very good guy and very smart. In his early career, he is in the financial systems in U.S. and he's very experienced financial. Is very experienced in the financial systems, and he made a lot of successful investment in his investment career. Like you just said, Uber, Airbnb,
Yeah.
and he always believes in good. I just told you, I just talked about
Share with you,
share with you about
philosophy.
the philosophy. He has a philosophical thinking architecture of how to invest in a company, in a project, or in Bitcoin.
Okay, share with us. Why? How?
Yeah, he said that I'm not investing in money. I'm not investing in money.
Okay.
Just want to get rich. Not
that.
like that. He invests in ideas. The ideas can help the world become better, and he invests in persons who are very smart
And passionate
and
about
passionate about the problems they are
to solve.
they are going to solve, and in this process, you can make money from this process. So this is the principle of his investment. So I think that is why he is so interested.
Successful?
Yeah, he is so successful and so interested in LITEX because we are really share economy and we are really decentralized. You can see from our token design, The token is based on protocol, not based on any other, maybe central government, maybe central organization. We don't distribute the tokens for anyone. That's based on the protocol, and anyone can be one of the node in the network. So that is why he is so passionate about our project. We can help anyone to benefit. Anyone can support this network, and anyone can benefit from the network.
That's very interesting. Yes, because you also have this up close and personal opportunity to be with Jeffrey. That's when you start to also realize that his investment philosophy is really not just investing because he wants to see the money roll in. It's more like he wants to invest based on creative ideas that will help to change and shape the world to be a better place, and which in turn will bring him money, such as like the project you mentioned, like the Airbnb, and also like Uber, which also addresses some of the current problems. And now that he has taken interest in LITEX, which means that he is very interested in LITEX project, and he sees the potential as opposed to the rest of the projects out there, because being an angel investor, he can invest in any other projects, I'm sure. But to have just handpicked LITEX would mean something.
Maybe hundreds of projects going to him and want him to be a leader of this project.
I'm sure.
Yes, but we just have a discussion and talk about what we are going to solve. And he asked a lot of questions about me, about the project, and so that is another story. Okay.
So, which also means that you guys are very solid to begin with. Now, we also mentioned earlier on about just Jeffrey Warnick, and also you mentioned about William Chong, who was also part of your advisory team. So maybe you'd like to share with us more about William and what he does.
William is my middle school classmate.
Wow.
Just as I said, we have a lot of smart students in in that school, and he's very advanced researcher of the token economy in the world, and he is also the advisor of the Stream Labs and the Definity, also a famous crypto project, and he is well connected with the talented resources from the US. So that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to become an international project, not just a Chinese project.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had all the core team members, right? And also, we'd like to ask you another question is, how is the adoption rate of LITEX platform so far? And what is LITEX planning to do to increase the user adoption? So maybe we'll take it one step at a time. So currently right now, what's the user adoption for LITEX?
LITEX is under design for now. And I think the adoption of the users, the most important question is how this ecosystem to be built. Does anybody can benefit from these systems? I don't think the marketing strategy is the most important thing for a project, for a product, even for a company. That is what we are trying to solve, and what the value to distribute, what the distribution of the value. So we just make a good design of the ecosystem. We truly get a value for the users, and I think they will get involved in LITEX. So this is one of our opinions, and we will try to create a solid connection with the communities. I think LITEX is a true community project. We want to build communities all over the world, and maybe in US, in Japan, in Korea, in Southeastern. So this is, we are trying to make more people involved in this community.
So if you get more people involved in the community, which also means that there will be increased user rate and increased adoption of LITEX. So that's your global strategy so far?
Global strategy, and we have some global talent in your team for now, like Jeffrey, like William, and we have global fundings as our funding support, and we have connected with like some banks from other countries. We have also talked. We have also held a meeting from B2C, a very big B2C website in Europe last week. So we have a well connected with the international resources and international support, and we will move forward in the future.
Wow. So which means that, of course, LITEX is really poised to go through the leaps and bounds faster because we have a lot of resources, and we'll be tapping on our resources, connecting to more of all these talents so that we can move faster and increase our user adoption rate. So right now, we'd like to also remind you guys on the Airdrop. So if you can, we'd like to refresh you again. And for those of you who have just joined us on our Huobi Talk, very warm welcome. If you watch us halfway, yes, welcome to Huobi Talk. My name is Charlene, and I have with me Leo from LITEX. He's the co-founder of LITEX. Now, for those of you who just joined us on our Huobi Talk right now, let me just share with you guys that we have an Airdrop segment. Now, for those of you who are watching this, please share it with all your friends and your family members because you're entitled for a certain tier. Once you hit for the certain tier, you'll be able to grab your tokens from us. Okay, so this is the various tiers that we are going to share with all of you. First tier, okay, if we have live viewers, which are you guys watching us right now. Now, if we have 1,500 to 2,500 live viewers, we will each be walking away with 253 tokens. Now, for the second tier, now if we hit about 2,501 viewers all the way to 3,500 viewers, we will get 360 tokens each. Now, of course, we emphasize many times is really the more the merrier. So if we manage to hit a total number of views above 3,500 live viewers, woohoo, we will all be getting 600 tokens each. It's 600 tokens each. Okay, so remember 600 is a lot because we will be entitled, the whole combined prize pool is 1.3 million LXT, and we have about 1 million of the rest of the tokens out there. So it's a lot of Airdrop tokens to be won, and then we need all of you to quick share it with your friends, share it with your family members, and share it with relatives. So get them to watch so that we can hit the various tiers of our viewers. Okay, so at the end of the show, I'm just going to announce to you guys that how many live viewers we have got and whether we managed to hit all this. So let's go and grab 600 tokens each. Okay, I wish I can take part, but I'm actually part of this. So okay, so this is how you guys can also entitle by qualifying to take part. First of all, you got to go to our comment on the live chat, and with your Huobi UID at vote on HADAX, that's where you can qualify. So remember to just start posting your Huobi UID at vote on HADAX in order to qualify. And we like to also remind all of you that we want to keep this very interactive. So at any point of time, if you have a question for me or for Huobi or for Leo or for LITEX, keep on coming. We will be answering your questions along the way. And you can also put up your questions on our YouTube live chat window. We'll be trying to see all the questions from there. So that was our round 2 of interview, but we're going back to the round 2 of Q&A. Are you guys ready? Okay, if you guys are ready, go ahead and shoot us with questions, I mean. Okay, so questions for Leo if we have. So we're going to learn together. So if you have questions, let's take a look at our live chat comments right now. So the question is, wow, a lot of questions. Okay, so question is from Sega. Sega, you ask, to use the notes or contribute as one of the notes, does a user need to have certain quantity of LXT tokens?
Of course. You should have certain quantity of LXT token, but that will not be so much for an ordinary person to hold, because the LXT is using that. What the usage of LXT for stake is that if you have a big count of RST, you can deal with more volume of the transaction. You have small amount of RST, you can deal with small volume of the transaction. So everybody can join and become a node of LITEX network. Also, we have restriction for the big node. So not if you have a lot of RST, you can't be a very big node, and any other one, like ordinary people, they don't suffer from the centralization tendency. So this is what we are trying to do.
Great question out there, Sega. Thanks for your question. I hope we are able to field the question and answer them for you. So yes, viewers, if you're watching this live right now, it is our last round of Q&A. So keep your questions coming. We'd love to have you shoot us with questions. Okay. So if you have any questions for me, Charlene, or for Huobi, or even for Leo from LITEX, keep your questions coming right now because it's our last round of Q&A. We'd love to have all your questions answered. So now let's take a look at our next question. Our next question from Don. He's asking, is LITEX a cryptocurrency coin or token? So security token or utility token?
Yeah, LITEX is a totally utility token. As we have shown that we didn't manipulate the tokens. The token is totally based on the protocol. So the token is used to make the network to become decentralized and to make the ecosystem healthier. So you can see when some nodes deal with one transact, that will consume some RST. That is also can help the later node to have an equal condition with the earlier node. Because if you are a node, you have a lot of RST in the early stage, and I am a node in the later. Later I want to be a node. Maybe the cost of RST is different. So when a transaction happens, the RST will consume, and the cost will become even between the early node and the later nodes. So that is what we are designing. That makes it a truly decentralized network. So we are a totally utility token.
Okay. So great question out there, Don. We are a utility token from LITEX. And now we have a statement from Dante. Thank you, Dante. You said, I really love to use Huobi. Thank you very much. It's very easy to use and no delays. Thank you. Thank you for your sweet comment. Yes, please shower us with sweet comments so that we can continue to soldier on this journey together. Okay, now next question from Graham Hollow. Are you trying to be a hologram? So Graham Hollow says, I believe of you and your team. It's very special for development team, and I will hold LITEX to go to the moon. Woo! Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so let's see, we have other questions. Yes, so we have, okay, so question from Tinky Winky. Maybe he or she just joined us. May I know if LITEX is built on the ERC20 or other blockchain? So maybe you just joined us, so we can answer this question again, a quick one.
We have already mentioned LITEX built on ERC20 for now, and maybe we will make some change afterwards because we have our own data structure, the distributed scoring table. We haven't talked about.
So we're going to talk about in a few moments.
Okay, I can talk about it.
Okay, so keep your questions coming. If we have time, we'll go back to answering some of the important questions. But right now, let's go back to the LITEX ecosystem. Can you share with us about the LITEX ecosystem?
Yeah, of course. Anyone can benefit from the LITEX ecosystem. And if you maybe let's set a user case. If you are students, you have an Android phone, and you have a well internet connected, and you can be valid node. When somebody's transact passed by your node, you can get profit from from the transact. So everybody can contribute to this network, and everybody can get profit from the network. There is no strain, no some kind of super nodes voting. No, there is no. Everybody can be one of the nodes. And the second, any enterprise just mentioned about the payment project, the payment company, they can make comprehensive apps on top of LITEX and make some uses for his users. So this is how enterprise benefit from LITEX network, and the ordinary user can use LITEX network to transfer value freely.
Yeah. So yes, we also have one of the questions coming from them. They were asking like, how's LITEX different from the competitors from the payment industry such as 10x, Stack, Monaco Card, Ripple, and PontiX? So you just mentioned before, we work together with them.
We work together.
Yeah, so they can work on, they can build on our existing system. So to be honest, I don't think we have any competitors. Yeah, because we really work hand in hand to make it even better. So we hope you answer your question on that. Now, that's another question also. Do you think that crypto industry can have more than one payment ecosystem or solution? And why should users choose LITEX over the others? Personally, I think it's always okay to have more than one payment
of course.
Solutions and ecosystems.
Of course.
So what do you think?
I think there will be a lot of payment solutions, payment product solutions, and payment companies, because in different user case, in different scenario, in different region of the world, there have some different requests for the payment solutions. So there will be a lot of solutions.
Definitely.
But that's like the apps of the public chains. There will be a lot of them, and I think there will be a few of payment ecosystem like LITEX. We are the base layer of the crypto value exchange and crypto value transfer. So why we gonna to be one of them? I think that the question is about this, and just I mentioned, the key point is we have very solid scientific background.
A-team,
and from very experienced guys from the top three payment industry. Talking about the payment, I think China has the most advantage micro payment system in the world. It's very easy to use. If you go to China, you can use WeChat Pay, you can use Alipay, and even use ePay to get very convenient payment service. So we are very confident to make it happen through the protocol improvement and through making apps rich in our ecosystem. And talking about user, why choose LITEX? Why user choose LITEX? And because you can see from the 5 improvements of the LITEX network, we can hold very comprehensive user case. If you have heard of the LAPPs, Lightning Labs, just released, it is very easy, very simple user case. Maybe you are a blogger and you send a QR on your website, and somebody want to use your blog, should scan the QR and pay for you maybe 1,000,001 Bitcoin, maybe. But we can hold more comprehensive situations than that, because we have solved a lot of important questions that if you can. If you are an enterprise, you are a payment company, you can make apps that make users buy Coke from a local store of your street, and maybe people can buy some electronic stuffs from Amazon, use the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, and maybe people can exchange his crypto coin with others. That is all can based on the LITEX network. So we can hold the most comprehensive use case, and the most apps, LX apps in the ecosystem. So that is why users choose, because they can solve a lot of problems.
I see. Yes, and also Leo did mention something very, very interesting. So if you happen to also travel out to China, which we have recently, because Huobi, we have a conference in Sanya, Hainan, and in Hainan, China, we were like quite wowed by a lot of things, because you can make a lot of payment via your WeChat, and we can order food just by paying using the WeChat. So there was no payment. Everything was very stealth. Everything was really quick. And a lot of things, you just scan the code, you can make payment. Now, even at the airport, they will be like, oh, we don't need your cash because you just scan and you just pay via all this platform.
You can also use Alipay in Singapore.
Yes.
When I take a taxi, I haven't found that I can pay using the Alipay. So this is very that is very convenient, and Chinese payment company has a great advantage in the micro payment area
because they are very, very strong.
Yeah.
And they have already moved in leaps and bounds as opposed to other companies and other countries, I feel, because you guys really move very fast. Now that I'm not sure, but my friend actually told me that even the beggars on the street, they like, you don't give us the cash, you put a QR code, they just scan and pay me. I'm not sure whether this is true. Okay,
this can be true. This can be true.
Like, just scan and pay me. I don't want your money. Just scan and pay me. Maybe I don't
it's easier to use.
Yeah, maybe in the streets of Beijing. I'm not sure. So maybe that would be the future as well. Why not, right? So he can just collect that and then just pay.
If we have LITEX, we don't need to pay via the WeChat. We can pay any other. In the Beijing, maybe the backers use your cryptocurrency, have others.
That will be well solving some problem for the future, and also the change for the better. You never know.
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be quite fun. That would be quite fun to have. Okay, so there's another question coming in that is like, do you think that crypto industry? Oh, this is another question. Is understand that LITEX actually started in China. So is your target market global? So yes, we have a team that you mentioned. It initially started from China, but I am so sure that you guys are going to go global.
Yeah, of course.
So what are your global vision?
Global vision is
maybe some strategies or what plans you have.
Yeah, we need three kind of community members in your LITEX team. The first one is the technical teams. We have well connected with Peking University and the CES. We also want to connect with other famous schools like Stanford and Berkeley. And I'll go to US next month, and we'll talk about this. And we will have a good connect with the famous computer science department of these universities. We will invite more talent to our team, to our community, tech community, to contribute their talent to this great network. So this and we will invite other enterprise and maybe independent developers to go into our community and make some actual solutions for users. And we are actually talking about we are talking with some of them, and I think it's great to use LITEX network because you don't need to deal with the problem of the cryptocurrency transfer. So this is very easy to use for the enterprise, and we will also to build some like hold meetup in Beijing. We'll hold meetup in like Los Angeles, like in Singapore, like in Korea, like in Japan. So this is we will talk with the communities.
How about Japan? Are you guys having any plans in Japan?
Yeah, of course.
Because Japan is also moving very fast in blockchain and crypto.
Yeah. We have Japanese funding invest in us.
So there's net.
Yeah.
So you have
Yeah, so-
Japanese funding. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Japanese funding investing in us, and we have a lot of Japanese investors in your fund raising, and I think Japan is very important important market, and there are some of the payment solution for the cryptocurrency. So we will go to Japan and to collaborate with them, and we will talk with the Japanese fans, Japanese community members about our LITEX, and maybe more and more people going into or join the network. That is what we are trying to build.
So that's the global strategy for LITEX, because it seems like you almost have footprints in quite a number of very major cities and major countries. Now Japan is one, because I just came back from Tokyo 2 days ago, and I was in Shibuya. You know, Shibuya crossing, there's a very famous crossing where everyone's taking photographs there,
I know that.
and I see plastered on the buildings there's like Bitcoin. I couldn't really read like what the Japanese words were, but I guess they were embracing this blockchain, and they are ready to also embrace the Bitcoin and all. So every now and then when you walk to somewhere, there's like a poster on Bitcoin. So I guess Japan is pretty huge on this technology.
Yeah, a lot of countries is friendly with Bitcoin, like Germany, like the Switzerland, like the Australia. They are all very friendly to the cryptocurrency. So that is why we are talking with the
All this countries.
we are talking with the B2C,
B2C
website in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah, we are talking about the future collaboration. So it must be globalized. It must be a global
Footprint everywhere.
community. So of course.
Yes. So if you guys are like really interested about LITEX, and you'll be wondering, hey, is LITEX just like restricted to China? Now there's no worry, because Leo, our co-founder of LITEX, has already all planned out for a LITEX. It's not going to be just limited to China. We're going to move around. We're going to go to countries like Japan. We're going to go to a lot of places like US where the talents are, and of course, most importantly, Europe, where we are going to have some B2C and some meetups and all. So it's a global footprint, and you can be sure that LITEX is definitely going places. Now, having shared with us all this, but it's also very important to let us know what are your development plans for maybe the next few years. Any exciting news, any new partnerships, any things to share with us?
Yeah, we can go to the PPT slide, and this is our roadmap. Firstly, we will have breaking through improvement and BOT. This is BOT is a very basic protocol of the Lightning Network. So the improvement will be a big news in this industry, and this will be done within 1 month. And we will release a yellow paper. Technical details of LITEX network will be revealed to all of you guys, and this will be done within 2 months, and connect the acquiring parties and service providers to test. This have been done partly because our investor is from the the AP, the Dulabao, from the Chinese famous payment company. So we are very proficient in this area, and develop off-chain and cross-chain protocol. This will be done within this year, and we will publish several academic papers within this year. So after this year, in 2019, LITEX will go into the testnet for the alpha version. So and we will just as I have mentioned, we have a solid scientific background. So we will publish several academic papers about this area, about the technique we are using, and the structure of the LITEX. So this will be done within 1 year.
Wow, you guys are moving fast.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so and now to one of our last few questions, maybe like first of all, congratulations because you're already on our HADAX. Now, out of so many other that you can choose, why do you choose to be listed on a HADAX? Well, share with us.
HADAX is a very big step in the exchange of the exchange, because the spirit of blockchain is about the decentralized. It's about the community, and the HADAX makes the community voting for their favorite tokens, and like the community to decide who can be listed. So this is a very good direction. I think no matter, regardless the challenges HADAX face, I think it is the right direction to enlist. So that is why we choose HADAX to be listed.
It's actually very transparent. So which projects gets to be listed really depends on the market sentiments as well. So we cannot manipulate this, is because all you viewers choose which projects ought to be listed on HADAX. So thank you for having the confidence on us, with us at HADAX. Now, of course, this is our last round of Q&A. So if you do have any questions, dear viewers, so if you're watching us live out there, could you please drop us a question right now for Leo from LITEX or for Huobi? We'd like to answer your last round of questions. And you can also drop your questions on our YouTube, which is the YouTube live chat window. So here's your last chance to do so. And before we announce whether we'll be able to hit our Airdrop token tier, so let's go and have a look at our questions right now. Okay, so question coming from Kubo. Kubo asks, will LXT supply increase or decrease in the future? So demand supply. So will LXT supply increase or decrease in the future?
Okay, LXT is in a fixed amount. So you can see from the ecosystem, when the volume of the transaction we are dealing with become bigger and bigger, there will be more and more nodes join into this network, and they will hold more and more LXT. So this is a token design. We persuade the holders to hold these tokens. This is one aspect. And when the transaction happens, it will consume some LXT for the node. So the node have to acquire some LXT from the secondary, from other users. So there will be very good buying force of the LXT in the future. So this is, and we have a fixed number. So this is why LXT will be, it is based on protocol. We are not just telling people to purchase LXT, not like that. LXT, when the volume of the transaction becomes bigger and bigger, and the LXT, more and more people hold LXT to join this network to help others to transfer the value.
Okay, so we hope we answered your question already out there. So Kubo, we have another question for you, Leo. This is also my question initially when I met you. So coming from Nodemaster69, Nodemaster69 was asking, coming from the Nirajan. Okay, Nirajan, he's asking, why is LITX called a LITEX, or how to pronounce it correctly? Is it LITEX, LITEX? How do you pronounce LITX?
Everybody is confusing about this. And the LITEX, we like to call it LITEX because it's combined with LITEX. So you can see your logo X is it represents the transfer of value, the exchange of value.
Oh, the exchange of value.
And it represents the future. So LITEX, light means it's very light to use and very fast, like the lightning. And it is a light for the scalability for all the public chains. So that is what LITEX represents.
I see. So, well, this is called LITEX, right? But we could call it LITEX.
Yes.
No, so it should be LITEX, but we call it the LITEX.
Yeah, LITEX.
Okay, so you cannot break down to say it's LIT.
Yeah.
LITEX. No.
Lit-
Okay, so it's LITEX, everybody. So it's LITEX.
Yeah.
So remember the name because this is a name that's going to shape the future, LITEX. And
Yeah.
thank you, Nirajan, because I think everybody has a question on how to pronounce it. LITEX, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for the
Please get it
correction.
right. So next time when you converse with your friends, like, oh, I just watched the Huobi talk, and then they will interview the founder, Leo, from LITEX. LITEX. It's not the LITEX or the LITEX. So
Yeah.
yes, LITEX.
Yeah.
Okay, next question we have from Nodemaster69. Can you run through how does one become a node of LITEX? Actually, we mentioned before, but we're just going to run through a quick
Yeah.
one. Can you run through how one can become a node on
Yeah.
LITEX?
Just download our protocols and to host some IRC. And if you want to deal with the Bitcoin transaction, you should store some Bitcoin in the channels. If you want to to deal with the Ethereum transaction, you should store some Ethereum in the channels. That is very easy. That's
Okay.
open protocol.
Just protocol. Okay.
Just open protocol.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
easy. Thanks for your question. Next question from Ajit Singh. Hi, Ajit Singh. Are you coming?
Hi.
Are you like from the States or from the Asia? Hello. Your question is, does LITEX has any policy of token burn in the future? Token bomb in the future. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, LITEX token supply is fixed, and we don't burn tokens. We just make it happen that when the transaction value I just talked about, and there will be more and more nodes hold the RST. So this is what we are doing. We will not burn the RST.
Okay, so we hope you answer. We hope we answer the questions for you, Ajit Singh. Thank you for your questions. Thank you so much, guys, for all the questions coming from all around the world. We can feel your love. Thank you.
Thank you very
also
much.
remember Leo, remember LITEX, remember Huobi Talk, because every week we love to bring you the latest trends, the insights and developments on blockchain technology. But before we wave goodbye to Leo, is there any parting words, or maybe you want to share with us some latest information that maybe throughout the whole of the interview and chat you haven't told us anything, or you left out anything that you want to add on?
Yeah. About questions, if you have some questions, you can search LITEX on Telegram and join our group. And I am in the group, and you can
group?
ask Telegram group.
Okay, so how to search for you guys in the Telegram?
LITEX.
Just LITEX?
Just LITEX. You can join the group and ask questions, and me and other members of LITEX will answer these questions.
Okay.
So if I haven't answered your questions, you can
That's fair. That's fair.
And about LITEX, I want to add is LITEX is not trying to solve the problems of the rich one. We are not trying to solve the value transaction of trillions of dollars Bitcoin transaction. We are trying to solve the problem of the ordinary people, about $40 freedom, financial freedom of the ordinary people. If you hold the cryptocurrency, you can transact and to transact it freely, and you can exchange it freely using the LITEX network. And it is truly financial freedom for all of the people in the world. And you can also become one of our node to help others. So that is what the true meaning of LITEX. We are truly decentralized project for to make the world to become better place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you, Sorry.
I think this is really good because from the start of the interview and chat, Leo has been emphasizing this, and this becomes the vision of LITEX, really, truly, because we have the scientific A team, and we're definitely here poised to shape the world to become a better place, to become a decentralized system where all of us would have our own autonomy, financial freedom as well, and definitely a better place to live in. So please join me in giving a round of applause from wherever you are in the world, and you can just shout out at the top of your voice. Let's give Leo a big round of applause. Yay!
Thank you,
Thank
Celine.
you,
Thank you,
Leo.
guys.
Thank you, Leo, for sharing with us about LITEX. And of course, we know we have the constraint of time. But if you do have any questions, likewise, just like what Leo had shared with all of us, you guys can actually go to the Telegram, search under LITEX, and then you can join the community. You can ask any questions that you may have with regards to LITEX, and our team will help to answer them as much as possible. Okay, so it is time right now for us to have an update on the signature airdrop segment. So are you guys ready? So if you guys are ready, right, I hope before we announce it, you have already done so by commenting on our live chat with your Huobi UID at Vote on HADAX. This is to qualify for the airdrop pool tier that we have. So let's take a look at how many viewers that we have at this juncture. Anybody can update me from our team? Are we gonna flash the live? Are we gonna flash the live? How many viewers have we got? Da-da-da. How many viewers have we got? Somebody's gonna like share with us so that we can tell you guys whether we hit or not. Okay, so while we are tabulating the number of live views right now, while the team are getting ready to give me the number, let me just share with you some important information, okay? Huobi Pro reserve the right to disqualify any entries that do not meet the rules and regulations of the airdrop. So this include entries submitted with incorrect or invalid information. And also do remember that once we have given you guys the official announcement, yes, so there you go. We will love to reward you for if you were to hit 1,500 to 2,500 live viewers. Each of you will be walking away with 253 tokens each. Now, if later on I'm going to tell you that we have 2,500 to 3,500 live viewers, all of you will get 360 tokens each. Now, if we were to hit 3,500 and above number of live viewers, all of you will walk away happily with 600 tokens each. And also we will be telling you guys that once this announcement has been made, we want to advise you guys that we will also be giving you crediting all these tokens into your Huobi Pro or your HADAX account within 3 working days if the tokens has been listed with our HADAX. Now if they are not yet listed, they are about to be successfully listed. Yes, it's also 3 working days. Now, if they are not listed at all, yes, by the end of the April, they will not be credited, okay? So please exercise risk, because there are risks involved, and users advised to exercise caution in trading. Now, when in doubt to the actions that you should take, please consult your solicitors or other professional advisors. So, and also a gentle reminder for the super rebate sharing. So check out the Huobi latest offering, Super Rebate Program, and you can refer friends, refer your family or relatives, and get 30% of the trading fees cash back. That's right, 30% of the trading fees will be cash back to you guys. So once you sign up with us, you earn cash back, you invite your friends, and you get to be entitled and invited to some of our events, our tips, airdrop. And here you can also find how you can get your Huobi Pro ID. Okay, so first log on to our Huobi Pro website. You click on my invitation code on the right. Okay, once you've done that, you'll be directed to our promo posters, and that's where you can share with all your friends. Okay, and finally, if you want to join our Telegram group on Super Rebate, here you can find out more. And also our HADAX updates recently. Our 4th round has just opened this Monday, which is, there you go, April 16, and will end 1 p.m. on April 27, Friday. So go ahead and start voting and supporting your favorite projects right now. Okay, so before we sign off, yes, I need to give you an update, okay? But before the update, very important, we want to share with all of you right now is, yes, there will be a Huobi Pro upcoming event. That's our blockchain festival happening in Vietnam. So when is it? The date, please mark down your calendar, okay? 24th to 25th of May, that's just next month. So our Huobi Pro upcoming blockchain festival happening in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam on 24th to 25th of May. Our biggest event yet so far in Ho Chi Minh. So please check out our description for more information. And now finally, yes, we have over 2,000 viewers. Whoa, congratulations. Now we have definitely hit our first tier. Congratulations to you guys. You'll be walking away with the airdrop tokens as mentioned. So that's all from us. And my name is Charlene. Thank you for joining us for yet another episode on the Huobi Pro Talk. And this is Huobi Talk, and this is Charlene. So if you have any more questions for us, you know where to find us on a Telegram, okay? So Telegram will be Huobi Pro Official. Twitter will be at Huobi_Pro. Okay, so this is our social platform. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Yes. Thank you for joining us for the Huobi Talk. We shall see you again next Thursday for yet another episode featuring LinkedIn. This is a global blockchain-based platform for sharing credit. So my name is Charlene, and we have with us Leo once again. Let's flash through Leo. Yes, so both of us will say goodbye to all of you, okay? So thank you for watching us. Bye.
Bye.